Welcome back. Today we're going to be showing you how I do my airdrops. I built a brand new tool today called ENS Bulk Resolver that I use to help me. But to get started, what I usually do is I'll make a post each week prompting people to claim my airdrop. It's totally open, anyone is allowed, and here's the poll that I did this week. I got 238 votes on it. I asked people, do you own OnePlus Music NFTs? And if no, reply with your address. I don't check if people own a music NFT. I just try to find prompts to give people music NFTs. And so I get this long list of ENSs mixed with addresses. And last week what I did is I manually went into my contracts on Etherscan, and I would do a bulk purchase where I would mint myself however many I needed to airdrop, and then I would manually go through one by one, and I would do a transfer of the NFTs to the individual airdroppers, and that took me about 3 hours. So the goal of this video is to do the same process in significantly less time, helping you do more airdrops without having to waste 3 hours doing it. So the first thing I did was a pretty manual step. I created a Google form, a Google Doc, Google Drive, and then I just went through the comments one by one, and I copied all of the addresses or ENS names. And so if they had an ENS, I would copy the ENS, and then you can see I've already copied this one. Well, I thought I did. Let's try copying that again. So we'll copy this Resiliente. There we go. Yeah, we got Resiliente right there. And so you can see that I've already parsed these ENS addresses over to their respective addresses. But how I did that is I built this tool where I can just copy this whole list of addresses. And I built this tool called ENS Converter today. I paste the list, and then when you click generate, it actually goes through the list, and then it converts each of these addresses into their equivalent actual address, and it resolves those ENSs, and then it gives me a list. And then that list is in the exact same order, and so I was able to copy it into the same column. That way I know which address corresponds to which ENS. And yeah, so now I've got my list full of addresses, and now let's continue, and I want to do 3 airdrops. One on Optimism, one on Arbitrum, and one on Polygon, all of the same token on 3 different chains. This is a whole other conversation, so I'm not going to go into the details of why I'm doing 3 different chains for the same token, but it's a multi-chain music NFT. So there you can see the results, those addresses that I got. So from there, what I did is I can take this full list of addresses, and now I just need to comma separate it. So let me make sure. Now I copy this list. And so then I found this convert column to comma separated list. And then I just paste, and now I've got 58 different people that I'm going to airdrop that it now converted into a comma separated list. This is what we need in order for the airdrop. And so it says it's already copied it, but I'm going to make sure it's copied. We've already processed our list. Let's airdrop 58 music NFTs. So I'm going to go over to my first one. We'll do Optimism. This is my drop contract. This is out of the box Zora drops. I just deployed it on Optimism. And so this is the normal Zora drops. And now, so if you want to do this and you're using Zora drops on any chain, you can already do this. So then I'll connect my wallet in the right tab. I'm probably on the wrong network, so it's going to switch me over to the right network. Okay. Connect. And now we do right, connect again. Now we're connected. All right, so now we're gonna do an airdrop. So all I have to do is opening array bracket, paste that whole string, close array bracket. Now we'll try right. And so the total cost to airdrop 56, I believe it's 56, I'm gonna verify that number. To airdrop 58, is 27 cents. 27 cents on Optimism for me to airdrop 56 NFTs. This feels like a great deal for me. I'm gonna go ahead and send it. and I'm sure it's already finished because Optimism is super fast. And here we've got 58 NFTs that were airdropped to each of these individual addresses. Boom, super fast. Now I've got all the way up to token 60 to find on Optimism. So we're done. We did it on Optimism. We just airdropped 58 tokens, less than 10 minutes. Now let's do it on another chain. Arbitrum, I had a little bit of trouble verifying the address, so I had to import it into OpenZeppelin. What OpenZeppelin is a little outside of the context of this video, so I'll leave it up to you if you want to research OpenZeppelin more. Pretty much what I did is I imported my contract address. This is my contract on Arbitrum, so I can go to rbscan, and then I can paste that address, and you can see that it's not verified, and I have not been able to figure out how to get this verified, and so rather than deal with that anymore, I was able to import the entire list here on Defender. And so let's now execute this 58 person list on Arbitrum. It says I'm on the wrong network, so let's switch over to Arbitrum. Arbitrum 1. I do not have a lot of ETH on Arbitrum, so let's see if it works, if I have enough. I've got less than, I think that's like $5 worth of ETH, so I hope it costs less than $5. I've had this thing where it tells me a much higher price than I actually need on Arbitrum, and so what I do when that happens and I don't have enough ETH is I change this to 0.1, and then the max gas fee I set to 0.11, and then when I save it, I now have a sufficient amount of Arbitrum ETH. Execute the transaction, and survey says we are executing. It looks like it's already been executed. It's done. We check over here on Arbitrum, and we can see that we just airdropped 58 NFTs to a bunch of unique addresses. So now for our final chain, we're going to go over to Polygon and do that same list. So you can see I was doing a little messing around over here. Let's refresh this page just to make sure that we get the right connect flow. Go back to contract, go back to write as proxy, connect to Web3, click on MetaMask. It tells me to shift my wallet over to Polygon mainnet. Do that network switch. Give it a sec, click it again. We're now good. Now we do the airdrop mint again. I'm going to go back to my list. I'm going to copy my list. I don't know why this is sitting here in a loading state, so we're going to refresh. Connect, MetaMask, done. And now the same process. We do open hard bracket, paste our whole list, closing hard bracket. Now we write. Opens up our Polygon transaction. Polygon's going to be priced in Matic. And it says that we're going to have an error, so let's exit out of there and try again. Sometimes it's just a little wallet error, so we just got to do a cycle through. Let's see if we still get that error. No more error. Okay. 0.13 Matic, I don't know what that converts to. I believe 1 Matic is still less than $1, so if we're dealing with like maybe 13 cents here to airdrop 50 some NFTs, let's see how long it takes. So once this is done, we will have airdropped, let's round up to 60. We've airdropped approximately 180 NFTs, and we haven't even hit 10 minutes on this video yet. So as long as this transaction gets included in less than 45 seconds, we will have airdropped 150 NFTs in less than 10 minutes, which is significantly better, in my opinion, than 3 hours. All right, so we got 58 more NFTs. We just airdropped to our entire list on all 3 chains. That's it. That's how I run my airdrops. It might get easier in the future, and so if I do end up adding more steps into the process, I'll make a new video. You can find links to each of these technologies in the notes for the video below. And so if you want to do the ENS bulk resolve, I'll give you that link. If you want the comma separated list, I'll give you that link. And I'll also send you the GitHub repository for the Zora drops contracts, all in the description below. If you got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, this is Sweets, signing off.